Today, I'm going to be sending every quarterback in the NFL to their biggest rival to see how the season plays out. And as you would probably expect, after doing that, the NFL is a total mess right now. I mean, we got Lamar Jackson on the Steelers, we got Josh Allen on the Dolphins, Joe Burrow is on the Browns, I mean, we got Mahomes on the Raiders, Goff is playing for the Bears, Herbert is playing for the Broncos, and another one I feel should be pretty interesting is Jalen Hurts playing for the Giants. And Jaden Daniels should also do pretty good with the Cowboys. But yeah, this is what the rest of the league looks like. I mean, it's a total mess right now. But anyways, to start off the video, I guess we'll see if Jalen Hurts and his new team can beat the Vikings in week 1. I mean, I'd like to think the Giants should be a whole lot better with Jalen Hurts as their quarterback. I mean, him and Malik Neighbors should be quite the duo. But with that being said, the Vikings also got an upgrade at the quarterback position because they're rocking with Jordan Love right now, who I would say is definitely better than Sam Darnold. That's going to be a dart from Hurts. And obviously, as you can tell by the score, we are losing right now. So it looks like Jordan Love and Justin Jefferson have been doing pretty well so far, but hopefully we can cut into the lead here. That should be a first down from Neighbors. And after that, the Vikings defense got hit with a pass interference call. So we've got the ball all the way down to the 14-yard line. So as long as we don't throw a pick or anything, we should be able to cut into the lead. I'm actually going to try and go for Malik right here. So hopefully he can get some separation. I think we should be good. That might be a touchdown. It looks like he's gonna sneak in. I mean, we're still gonna be down by 3 points, but at least we've cut into the lead. We're coming back out here in the fourth quarter though, and it looks like we do have a chance to take the lead here. I mean, we're down by 6, so we need to score a touchdown and make the PAT attempt, but as long as that happens, we are gonna have a 1-point lead over the Vikings, which I don't know how long that would last. We still have a lot of game to go, and that stop right there is actually gonna bring up a third down. So I need to get 7 yards just to stay on the field. I mean, worst case scenario, if this doesn't work out, I will take the field goal. We're gonna have Neighbors though. I honestly wasn't too sure if he came down with that. I thought he bobbled it for a second, but thankfully he's gonna hold on. So that brings it all the way down to the 13-yard line. And I think we should have him again. That's gonna be another touchdown from Malik. And that touchdown is gonna tie things up, but as long as we don't choke making this PAT attempt, that is gonna give us a 1-point lead for the time being. And it looks like that 1-point lead was enough to win this game because we're gonna take it 24-23. So it looks like Jalen Hurts is gonna start the season off with a dub. But anyways, that's gonna bring us to week 2. And the second team that I'm gonna be using is the Miami Dolphins, who now have Josh Allen as their quarterback. The Bills still have a solid QB, even though they lost Josh Allen, though, because they have Tua now. And with Josh Allen as their QB, I was thinking Miami might be the favorite over Buffalo, but it looks like the Bills do currently have a 10-point lead, and we're in the third quarter, so I feel like we kind of need to put some points on the board here, or we are going to have a pretty big problem on our hands. I'm going to try and go for Hill, but if he's locked up, I don't even know who I'm going to go for here. I guess I'll just go for you. It looks like we've got the first. I mean, we still have a whole quarter to work with after this, but I do still want to score a touchdown as quickly as possible. So I'm just going to throw a missile downfield to Hill, and it looks like he's going to be there for the score. I mean, that is by far the biggest touchdown that we have scored today. So that will put us right back in this game. And after that, I mean, it looks like our defense was able to get the crucial stop. So we have a chance to walk this game off now because obviously we've got possession and there's only 4 minutes left in the game. So I'm going to try and kill as much clock as I can. And hopefully in the process of doing that, we can score like a last-second touchdown to walk this thing off. That should actually be a big play right there. Nobody's going to be on Jalen Waddle, so we're already in scoring position. I mean, the Bills are going to have the 2-minute warning to work with, and they do still have all 3 timeouts, but I don't know if they're going to use them right now. I mean, if we had to kick a field goal to tie it, I feel like it would be a different story, but since we need a touchdown, I feel like we should still be good to run as much clock after the 2-minute warning as possible without having to worry about the Buffalo Bills taking timeouts. But the thing is, I mean, we've only got 4 attempts to get in the end zone here, so either way we're probably gonna have to leave some time for Tua to work with. I mean, honestly, now that we're down here, the clock is kind of scaring me, so I'm gonna try and get a touchdown right here. I mean, if we can score and leave like a minute left on the clock, oh, hold on, that's gonna be a big loss. I obviously held on to it for way too too long there, man. I was gonna try and dump it off last second, but that didn't work. So now we need to get a lot more yardage than I would have. We're gonna have the touchdown either way, though. We had a man wide open last second, so that is gonna give us the lead with 30 seconds left in this game. And it looks like that was enough to hold on for the dub. So, I mean, Tua put up a much bigger fight than I was expecting him to. But either way, Josh Allen is gonna start the season off with a 2-0 record. But anyways, that is gonna bring us to week number 3, and the third team on my list that I'm going to be using is the Pittsburgh Steelers, who now have Lamar Jackson as their quarterback, and it looks like they are 2-0 to start off the season, so hopefully we can make it 3-0. I'm going to keep it on the ground to start things off though and see if we can get Patterson going for a run. I mean, it looks like he's gonna get caught. We got 4 yards though, which definitely isn't a terrible pickup, but I'm going to try to put in the air this time, and hopefully we can get Freiermuth open. Actually, we should have Patterson again. Oh, he dropped it. I thought that was going to be an easy first down for us, but apparently not. So we need to get 6 yards if we want to stay on the field. That should be easy. It looks like we are going to have the first down. I'm going to try and go for George Pickens this time, though, because I feel like he is definitely our best target on the offense. I think oh, hold on. I might be better off to just keep it on the ground with Lamar. Can I get a block? We're going to have the first. I feel like the Steelers are going to have a very successful season, man. I mean, they arguably have the best quarterback in the NFL right now, so I feel like Lamar should be able to carry these guys to a successful postseason. I mean, it's been a while since the Steelers have actually won a playoff game, but I'm going to try and go for Williams this time. He is going to be wide open. We're going to have Pickens. I'm kind of surprised that nobody was on George Pickens there. I mean, that was way too easy for us, but I'm going to see if we can go back to Patterson this time. Actually, we might have the touchdown right there. Pickens dropped it. It was in his hands too, bro. I mean, I feel like that was definitely a catchable pass, but either way, we still have 2 more attempts to pick up the first down, but we're going to get sacked. I mean, out of nowhere, the Chargers defense has kind of risen from the dead because it was looking like we were going to torch them this whole drive. Okay, never mind. We still got the first down, and it looks like that's oh, hold on. I thought he was going to stay up. That almost went for the touchdown right there, but as long as Najee Harris can get 2 yards, we are still going to be in for the score, even though we had to work off of a 3rd and 17. It looks like Harris is in though, so that is going to put the Steelers on the board first, and I was expecting a lot more out of the Chargers in this game, but it looks like the Steelers are going to roll all over them. So it looks like Lamar Jackson's going to be 3-0 to start off the season, but after that, I went ahead and simmed to midseason to see how things were going, and the final team that I'm going to be using before I sim to the playoffs is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders, who now have Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback, and they're 5-2, so it looks like they have been pretty solid this year, and the Chiefs are definitely struggling without Mahomes because they are 2-4, and by the looks of it, Lamar Jackson and the Steelers have been on a tear this season. I mean, they are 6-1, and Josh Allen and the Dolphins are 5-1, so it looks like we do have some competition in the AFC, and even though they have Patrick Mahomes, I wasn't really expecting the Raiders to have a winning record right now. I mean, I feel like the only real weapon that we have on the offense right now is Brock Bowers, and he has currently been locked up throughout this whole game, and it's definitely starting to show because we are down 24-7, so I'm gonna go for it even though it's 4th down, because if we give the ball up here, there's a pretty good chance that we aren't gonna see it again. That's gonna be a pretty big pickup from Myers though, so I guess Jacoby Myers is gonna bring the ball all the way to the 38-yard line, so we are in position to put some points on the board as long as things go well from here on out. That's actually going to be a pretty nice pickup right there as well. So that'll bring it all the way to the 19. I'm going to try and go back for Brock Bowers, and it looks like he is going to be open for us. He's not going to have the first down, but we're only 1 yard away. So I'm going to go back to the same route because I like the way that it worked last time, and he's going to be open again, and this time he's in for the touchdown. So that is going to cut into the Chiefs' lead, but at this point, I feel like it's too late to pull off the comeback, and it looks like I was right because Kansas City is going to sneak out of here with the dub, so that's going to be a pretty tough loss for the Raiders. But anyways, I mean, now it's time to sim to the playoffs and see how things pan out for the rest of the season. And to end off the year in the AFC, it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to get the 1 seed with a 15-2 record, and in the NFC, it looks like Caleb Williams and the Lions are going to go 15-2 to get the #1 seed. And it looks like the wild card round is looking pretty interesting right now. I feel like the best game is going to be Giants versus Commanders. So I guess we'll see if Jalen Hurts and Malik Neighbors can keep the playoff run going for the Giants. Because I mean, I feel like that duo has been pretty nice with it so far. We're all tied up at 10 in the fourth quarter, though. I mean, it looks like Dak Prescott is doing pretty good with the Commanders right now. I should be able to just keep it on the ground right here with Hurts, though. That's going to bring it to midfield. I'm going to try and go for a bit of a shot right here, though. I'm going to see if we can get Malik open. I mean, all we got to do at this point is not throw an interception, and we should win this thing. And that's going to bring it to the 2-minute warning. So all we got to do is burn all 3 of Washington's timeouts, and that should pretty much put this thing away. And after that, I was able to run the clock all the way down to 2 seconds. So as long as we don't miss this, which if we do somehow find a way to miss this, I would be pretty alarmed, but it looks like it is going to be good. So Jalen Hurts and the New York Giants are going to be moving on to the divisional round. And after simulating the rest of the wild card round, this is what the bracket is looking like right now. I mean, I feel like our best game is probably Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. And at this point, I feel like everyone knows that Josh Allen usually loses to Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. And the way that this game is going, it actually might happen again, even though they're on completely different teams right now. I mean, we're only in the second quarter, though, and Josh Allen's also only down by 10 points. So if we score a touchdown here, we're going to be right back in this thing. And if not, either way, he's going to have plenty of time to come back. Please get the ball off. That's going to be a big play from Tyreek Hill. I was starting to think that we were going to get sacked for a second there, but either way, that brings us to the 48-yard line, and we might... Never mind. I thought we might have Waddle open there, but it looks like I'm just going to go for the tight end because Waddle was not able to get away like I thought he was going to, but we got it to the 30. So either way, we're in position to at least kick a field goal. That might be a touchdown right there, though. Hill's going to be in for the score. So that is going to put the Miami Dolphins right back in this game because now they're only down by 3 points. And it looks like things played out a lot better for Miami in the second half. I mean, this was another absolute classic between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. But in the end, Miami's going to kick a last-second field goal to walk this thing off. But after simming through the rest of the divisional round, it looks like in the NFC Championship game, we have Lions versus Saints. And in the AFC Championship game, we have Steelers versus Dolphins. And the Lions are a team I haven't used yet. So I guess we'll see if Caleb Williams and the Lions can take down Baker Mayfield and the Saints. I mean, it looks like the Saints do currently have the lead right now, though. But we're only down by 3 points. So as long as we score a touchdown, that will give the lead back to the Lions, but even a field goal is going to be enough to tie this thing up. The Saints defense has actually been playing really well in this game, though, because they got a stop after that, so now it's 3rd and 10. I'm going to try and go for Williams here, and it looks like he is going to keep the drive alive. I'm just going to keep it simple and keep it on the ground this time, though. If we can get some solid blocks from the O-line, I feel like I should be able to get a decent pickup with Gibbs, but he's only going to get 3 yards there, so that is going to bring up a 3rd down. And I need to get 7 yards if I want to stay on the field. I think, I could have gone for St. Brown, but I was too late looking downfield. And after ruining our last drive, it looks like the Saints were able to score, but we still have a chance to take the lead if we score a touchdown, because we're only down by 6 points. I'm just going to go back to this route right here, because it seems like it has been working pretty well lately, and our field position's already looking great right now. That actually might be a touchdown right there. It looks like Williams is going to be in. So that will tie this game up, but if we want to take the lead, we gotta make sure that we make the PAT attempt. And it looks like it is going to be good. So the Lions are currently up by 1 point. But after that, it looks like the Saints stormed down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal. So they're going to pull off a massive upset in the championship game, which will send the Saints to the Super Bowl. And in the AFC, it looks like the Steelers are going to absolutely pummel the Dolphins. So it's Lamar Jackson versus Baker Mayfield in the Super Bowl. And to end off the season, this is something I definitely wasn't expecting to see. But it looks like MVP is going to be going to Tua Tagovailoa, and even more surprising, Will Levis is going to come second place in the votings, which is just crazy to me. And after seeing what the Saints have been able to pull off in the postseason, I was honestly expecting a lot more from them. I mean, they're not done yet, but if Lamar Jackson can score here, the Steelers are going to be going into halftime with a 3-score lead, and that run right there is going to put them in scoring position. So as long as we don't throw a pick, We should be, actually, this would be a pretty long field goal from here. So I do want to make it a little bit better for us. That's going to be another first down from Jackson. I'm going to try and go for a shot to the end zone right here, though. I mean, if Williams can get some separation, this should be enough to end it. And it looks like, oh, it's just out of reach. I thought he was going to come down with that, but obviously that didn't work out. So I'm going to run another slant route because if I need to use a timeout, I still got 2. We should have that right there, actually. It looks like Williams is going to be in for the score. So that's going to make it a 3-score lead for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Baker Mayfield has a lot of scoring to do if he wants to pull off the second half comeback. It looks like he was not able to do that, though. So the Steelers are going to pummel the Saints 28-7 in the Super Bowl. So it looks like Lamar Jackson was the missing piece that the Steelers needed because this team was absolutely insane this season. I mean, they went 15-2 in the regular season, and obviously they won every playoff game. So as you can see, to end off the video, Lamar Jackson and the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy. But that'll do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got everything linked in my description below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.